All right, says we're live, so hello. Happy 14th of February, which is Valentine's Day, Singles Day, Hallmark Awareness, whatever it is. Happy Monday. Hello, how are we? So yesterday I was very exhausted by the end of our stream. So I went to bed early, slept really, really long, and I woke up and I have a great deal more energy today. So that's good. I'm hoping that y'all also had a restful evening and are ready to get some stuff done today. I have already done my tarot reading for the day. I've already done my midday check-in for my journals and planners. I've gone through and done a first cursory purge of my movies, which was on my to-do list. So I've gotten, I forgot to count, but anyway, I have over-purchased movies over the years, shall we say. I have the really, the 40 inch containers, 40 by maybe, I don't know. Anyway, they fit underneath, and lengthwise, which I think is 42 or 43, either way. So it's around that length. And I have 3 of them, and they're chock full of DVDs. And so, at some point, I kind of need to go through them and reduce them a little bit. I am a series hoarder. So I buy complete seasons or complete series of things. And of course, as time goes on, they'll put out seasons, and then they'll put out the complete season or the complete series box set. So then I can replace the seasons with the series box set. So I had not gone through and done that for a couple of my collected series. Doctor Who is really bad about that. They'll put out season 10 part 1 and part 2 in separate DVDs, and then they'll put out the complete season 10, and then they'll put out the complete Peter Capaldi, and then there's a combined box set of Christopher Eccleston and David Tennant. And so I had purchased that, but I hadn't got around to disposing of the collected seasons that I had rather than just having the box set. So I finally started going through those. The problem is I also have 8 or 10 DVDs or seasons of things that I haven't watched yet, so I don't know if they're worth it. So I should actually take some time and watch those and decide if I'm going to keep or purge those. So I've got some video watching ahead of me in the next week or so. Just kind of clear out that oh yes, I've seen it. Okay, I don't need to see it again. Or oh, this has some really cool, interesting scenes that I might want to watch again. I guess I'll hang on to it for a little while. Which happens far too often, if I'm being honest. So anyway, all that to say, I did get rid of quite a large stack, or I am getting rid of a large stack. I'm donating them of DVDs. Some of them are still in the shrink wrap because, yeah. So I'm just attempting to clear out things. I did a tarot pull this morning of what kind of energy should I be using to focus on clearing out stuff. And so I pulled they were all inverse. Queen of Wands inverse. And so when I looked up the keywords for that on my cheat sheet, disorganized and sort of domineering or taking over energy. So I'm oh yes, all of my stuff is very disorganized and it's taking over my life. Okay, fair enough. And then you get the Cheater McCheaterson card, which is the Knight of Cups inverted. And so I'm okay, so I can kind of work with this. It's also sort of aggressive energy. So I'm okay, if I have to be aggressive in my decisions, or merciless in my decisions to get rid of things. I need to sort of like keep in mind that I need to be sort of like faithful or loyal to the items that I actually like want, and not the sort of like knockoffs, or be like, well, I got this to kind of satisfy a shopping urge, but I don't really like it type of thing. So sort of like keep in mind of like what's the things that I want to keep. And then the third card that I got was the Magician inverted. So it's like all the possibilities, but it's also sort of like a misuse of your time, your energy, and your focus, which is kind of like maybe you've been keeping all the wrong things or focusing on the wrong things. And it's also sort of like when it's in that position, it sort of indicates that you're struggling with your self-expression in a way. And so I'm like, oh, yeah, it's because I want to keep all the things I'm passionate about. But at the same time, it's kind of overrunning my life. So I need to keep those things in mind as I am getting rid of things. That's sort of like what my tarot spread was this morning, was just like, what's the energy that I need to like be able to get rid of stuff, and to keep that, all three of those in mind, is pretty good. So I think that was a very good pull for this morning. So yay. But also, let me say hello. Maggie, hello lovelies, hello. Kai is here, heya, and Devin is here, howdy, welcome. CB is here, hello, happy Hallmark holiday, yes, exactly. Megan is here. Hello. Happy Valentine's Day. Hello. Maggie says, happy VD and not the bad kind. Yes. And Stacy says, hello. And CB says, you're declaring tomorrow Simpsons Day because it's Matt Groening's birthday. There you go. Becca says, I'm ready-ish. That's kind of how I feel, yes. But I lit the candle before I started like purging and doing my to-do list, and so far it's doing quite well. I'm continuing the energy, so we're good with that. It's a new candle. Its name is Starlit Skies, but the notes or the scents are blood orange, jasmine, and sandalwood. None of which really say like Starlit Skies to me, but whatever. It's very nice. I'm enjoying it. Yes, no snakes today, but we do have an insect today, so just fair early warning. Cool Gamer says hello. How are you? Becca says it must feel nice to finally start doing all this though. Yes, cleaning out everything has been very nice. I've gone through my shoes several times in the past, so they're not too bad. So I don't feel. I have a couple pairs that I'm probably going to get rid of, but for the most part, my shoes are good. My books behind me need to be done though, because they're a hot mess. But yeah, so movies, music, and books are pretty much what's left. So the big things, the things that I was avoiding doing. So if you get a BBN, you can watch Doctor Who on BBC. Yeah, I just, there's something about like I can watch it when I'm not connected to the internet. That's nice. So like if the internet goes down, I can still be entertained. So that's one of the reasons why I still hoard DVDs and things. Of course, I think I mentioned this on Shay's stream the other day. It's like that scarcity mentality of like, if something happens, then I'll have these, and I've realized that like if the internet goes out, I'll still be able to watch it. That's still sort of like this scarcity or fear mentality of so I'm having to combat that internally as I am keeping or getting rid of things. So yeah, but thank you for that. I appreciate the advice. Megan says, I just applied to a social media job. Oh, nice. And you've forgotten most of your social media knowledge that you used to have. You don't think you'll be getting the job. Well, maybe you will, and you can brush up as you go. So there you go. I'll cross my fingers for you. Devin says, I'm still waiting for Dr. What, Dr. Why, Dr. Where, and Dr. When. Maybe eventually. That could be a spinoff, one of their Christmas specials. CB says, I used to have crates of DVDs and CDs, and you ended up getting zipping wallets for them, and it made the move last time much easier. You have a catalog of all your DVDs on your laptop. Nice. Excellent. Megan says, you've been working on your novel all morning. Yay, can't wait to spend more time with it. That's such a wonderful feeling. But you should probably do some more job hunting. Whichever you decide to do, you could always flip a coin. It was a great reading, and it like fit what I wanted to ask perfectly. So I was very happy with that. So Megan says, ooh, delicious smelling candle. Yes. As soon as I read Blood Orange, I was like, I'm in. That's one of my favorite candle scents and lotion scents. So Stacy says, you're ready to start editing. Ooh, nice. You're feeling much more confident after going to bed early last night. Yes. Definitely sleep helped last night. Sleep definitely helped. CB says you still have a huge collection of DVDs for the same reason. Yeah, exactly. Megan says, I still envy those hippo heels from your regular choice. Oh, yes. Because you saw the Star Wars heels and went and looked them up. Yes. I'm trying to remember if the hippo heels were like Fantasia, like part of their Disney collection, or if they were just like an independent designer. I don't know, but they were very cute. But the prices are quite outrageous. Or they are definitely something you have to save for. So maybe if you get that social media job, you can that could be your reward for yourself. So Stacy says, I have thought of getting rid of some of your DVDs, but you have a hard time getting rid of your CDs. Yeah, the CDs, I've gotten rid of some of them. I'm limited to just those 2 shelves up there for my music CDs. And I have a hard time getting rid of the ones that are left, because those are the ones that I go to. And also because the last time my computer music library got corrupted, and so like the things that I had ripped from the CDs to my computer that I was like, oh, I'll have these forever because they're digital, and then got rid of them. I regretted it because I no longer have copies of them to rip anew. So that fear coming back in again. CB said, set catalogs needs updating because you have to add the new RDJ ones. Gotcha. Valentine's Day. Well, I was going to, and then I got distracted by a lava lamp timer. So that's what we're going to start with. We hopefully will be able to get a Valentine's Day timer in, but I got distracted, and we're going to have a lava lamp timer first. CB says, you're not sure if you're allergic to blood orange, but since you're allergic to orange, the answer is probably yes, probably. But I also don't know if the like scent of blood orange is actually blood orange, or if it's just like a chemical citrusy smell. So, I mean, if you definitely don't risk it if you don't know for sure, but that might be worth some interested Googling to see if it's a chemically constructed scent that is not allergy inducing. Megan says, okay, so they were just independent hippo designers, but they have a Wizard of Oz theme ones this season. Ooh, that could be fun. Kai says, was everyone tired yesterday? You didn't join because you fell asleep. It was very quiet. We were all very quiet and going like, I'm tired. So yeah, it was definitely the end of a long week, I think. Becca says, the only DVDs you can't seem to part with are your Buffy box set and the original 83 versions. Oh, yes. Before they did the CG imposition of Anakin. Yes. I have a lot more than I should. Like, a lot more. 2 of my bins are like pretty much almost exclusively animated things. Either anime or like Disney stuff. Disney and Pixar. So it's about like half of my collection is animated and half of it is live action. So most of what I've been getting rid of is live action. I mean, I don't know what this says about me, but Megan says, you'd guess yes because blood oranges are just a different subset. Yes. Yes. Yep. Kai says you're allergic to the peel and flavoring. It's probably the oils. If you're allergic to the peel, it's probably the oils that are in the peel, and you always get headaches when you have something orange flavored, but you can eat oranges fine. Oh, well, in that case, I don't know. Maybe you're allergic to the chemical fake orange. CB says I get really, really bad migraines with anything even remotely orange flavor. I don't know then. Megan says, here's one of the heels. Oh, yes. I must see the heels. Okay. So let's see. Oh, heels. It's even kind of fun to say that. Oh, whoa. Nice. Those are fancy. Those are the Wizard of Oz ones. Yes, the Wizards of Oz. Nice. Oh, and they've got a handbag. Words. Why was that such a difficult word to find in my brain? Good Lord. That's not a good sign for today. Those are pretty fancy. CB says, I also got 2 more seasons of The Call of the Midwife, and you have another 2 seasons to add to that set, and then you'll have all of the seasons up to the last one that's out. Nice. Laura says, hey, how are you? Stacy says, cool. Excellent. Excellent. Yes, those were very cool Wizard of Oz themed shoes. You get headaches with sweeteners as well. Yes. So maybe there's a chemical that's used in both. Yes. Aspartame gives me migraines like nobody's business. So all the Diet Cokes or anything with aspartame cannot have it. You wrote last night. Yay! Congrats. That's awesome. Because I know you've been sort of not being able to focus on it for a while. So that's awesome. But we are to the end of the chat. So let me show you today's spirit, which is the bee spirit. So there is an insect that's going to come on the screen in 3, 2, 1. Bee on the screen. All right. So the bee is telling you that sweet rewards are on the way if you are willing to let your ego out of the way and immerse yourself into the energy of the world in the universe. The bee knows not to let a sense of being separate self get in the way of a good thing. So there are miracles and magic everywhere. Sorry, this one's a long one, so I'm just going to scan some key phrases here. The bee spirit asks that your focus be on connectivity. Your body, heart, soul, and psyche experience total interconnectedness and a true integration when you self-forget and when you remember that you are part of a greater unified consciousness, or you are part of a bigger thing, co-collaboration, all that. Okay, creativity rushes through you seemingly without effort as you experience that nothing feels like work. Hopefully so. Industriousness is driven by enthusiasm and inner motivation, and time seems to fly by quickly as the hive supports you in the making of honey. I like that. That's good. So, definitely more of, I'm going to take the bee off the screen. So the bee is no longer on the screen, although he's very cool. He's got little gears on his back. So definitely being industrious. So hopefully that will continue through the stream and today. That's definitely a good thing. And sort of being a part of something bigger, building your universe, building your world, but also being a part of AuthorTube and the writing community is fun and really helps. So yes, good card. Stacy says, ooh, I watched a cool bee video this morning with your 6-year-old. There you go. Yay. And Devin says, I'm allergic to bee stings. I don't know if I'm highly allergic, but I do know that carpenter bees, when they are agitated, do not like people. And so it's carpenter bees are a little hard to get agitated, but once they are, they're not very nice. So I will say that. Becca loves the bee card. It's such a cool card. I like it. I like all of the cards. CB says those heels are stunning, but your size would be difficult to find, and you doubt you'd be able to walk in them. But you love the Wizard of Oz. They do have some flats usually. Not quite the same designs, but they usually do have some flat versions, or ones that have a lot smaller of a heel. So yeah. Megan says, me too. I swell up every time you get stung. Yes. So Devin says you were stung just once and spent the night in the hospital because of it. Yep, definitely some allergies in here. You think you might be mildly allergic to wasp stings. Yeah, wasps are not fun. Wasps are not fun. They're much meaner than bees. Becca says it's such a positive message with the bee. You really needed to hear that. Good, I'm glad. Becca is starting your new schedule today, so that is a positive start to that. Excellent. Yes. And it says, I just got here and there's a fly on the screen. It was a bee. But yes, I'm sorry. You have had a phobia since you were a kid. Yes. Working on nothing at the moment. Laundry first. Excellent. Productivity. That's cool. Megan says, some of the heels go up to Euro size 46 in shoes. Yes. Stacy says, I was really scared the first time that you were stung. But thankfully you were not allergic, and then you got scared again when your kids were little. Yeah, because you don't know if their bodies are necessarily highly allergic or not. Kai says, you're thankful that you are not, as you once got stung on your lip and it kind of got stuck there and just hang there. Yeah, you still like bees though. They're good for the world. Rider on Wheels, Rachel, hello. Almost forgot about the sprints. Welcome. Yes, wasps are evil. Bumblebees do not have stingers. Honeybees do. Gotcha. Carpenter bees do as well. So, all right, Tam. At least I think they do. Pretty sure they do. Because those are ones that stung me as a kid. So I would think that they have stingers. So brain, I don't know. My memory might be a little off, questionable. Alrighty, let's share the screen. As I said earlier, I went looking for a Valentine themed timer, but I kind of got distracted by this little lava lamp. This one is from Peaceful Timers. And the lava lamp does move, so if you feel like being mesmerized, take a look at the screen. Otherwise, meh. So it does have an alarm at the end, but it is a silent timer throughout. So feel free to play whatever music you are enjoying on this mid-month day, because it is halfway through February already. All right, so here are reminders. 1, save your document or go ahead and pull it up if you have not been working yet. 2, make sure you have something to hydrate with. I have water. 3, make sure that if you need, nope, that one's number 4. Number 3 is straighten your spine and roll your shoulders back for a posture check. There we go. 4 is if you need a break or snack, make sure you do that. All right, here we go. 15-minute warm-up sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, how was that? Let me put the cap on this, or at least set it down. It's cute. Sorry, I'm looking through the possible I think this one might do. Who knows? Okay. I'll pick one in a minute. So I'm going through my washi tape because I've not done that recently. And I had like a half of a organizer that was sort of like, if I don't use these like in 2021, then I might as well get rid of them. And most of them are things that have like quotes on them. So pretty much all of my quote ones are going to go. I am keeping one that says thank you. And I am going to keep my Moon Dreamer and give me some space one because I think it's cute and it has moons on it. So anyway, and I have used this since I've gotten it. So the other ones, not so much. So, you know, I'm making decisions about which ones to keep and which ones to get rid of. So that's what's happening. Is there decisions are being made to give myself some more space. And I'm attempting to do it in sort of like which are the ones that I still think are cute. Keeping the ones of like sets that I really like keeping the ones that actually that I'm going to use. I have found myself over time, the glitter ones do not stick as well. And I think it's because when they are in their round form, the adhesive is touching glitter. And so it's not as tacky by the time that it hits the paper. So most of my glitter ones are going to go, I think, which is a decision I make every time because usually when I buy a set, it comes with a glitter. I'm like, and I never use it. So, but I am keeping a couple of colors of glitter just in case because they go with like a nice set. I don't know. I may just I may toss them. We'll see. But either way, I'm making progress, sort of. I'm thinking through some changes that I want to make for Chimera Moon. I keep saying that, and then I'm like not telling y'all about the changes because they're sort of like twists and spoilers and things. And so I'm contemplating. I think I just put glitter all over my face. Whatever. I'm contemplating the twists and things that I'm going to add to like the individual stories versus like the arcs. And so I've made some notes and I've got that pulled up and I'm kind of like contemplating the where is this going to go bit of these twists. Like how are my characters going to get out of the trouble, etc., etc. How could that impact the long-term arc twist? So I'm contemplating twisties is what I'm doing. But yeah. So how did y'all do during that first sprint? I know a couple of us were still talking about bees. And CB was making some dinner, I think. Probably going to grate some cheese for your chili. Nice. Bumblebees rarely sting. They're much more likely to bite than they are sting. But they do sting when they feel threatened and like they have no other choice. Yes. Bumblebees have a much smaller hive numbers, 50 to a few hundred, than honeybees, which are like thousands. Yes, so they cannot afford the loss of numbers that honeybees can. Yeah. Seems like I didn't know they had teeth. And Devin's like, now I'm thinking about grinning bees. Be happy. Yes. Just Eva is here. Hello. How are you? And Megan says, hi, Eva. And Eva says, there were 3 bumblebees buzzing around the deck last spring. During one of the 2 visits with your mother, you got to enjoy it before the variant came along. Yes. Mm-hmm. CV says, I keep thinking about this really cool but insanely difficult. Oh, yes, The Flight of the Bumblebee. Yes. It's written mostly in 16th notes. It is supposed to be very difficult and very fast. Justiva says she's allergic. Is your mother? Your mother's allergic to bees, so we decided to go in as 2 looked to be fighting with one another, and one looked a bit different, so we assumed a female. When she went to stand up, she leaned forward, and one of the bees felt threatened. Oh no! He had to go to the ER, but luckily, no reaction. Okay, but it was that day that we learned bumblebees sting, and you had no idea before that. Goodness gracious, that would be starting. Oh, the timer. It was a silent timer, so sometimes it does once we get in a roll. Yep. 188 words. Nice. Going strong. Yes. Maggie worked on a video. Excellent. Stacy found a few new paragraphs to add. Excellent. Megan looked for more jobs to apply to. You don't feel like Valentine's Day is a good day to be job hunting, but it must be done. Yes. Ooh, Lauren just made a Valentine timer. All right, let's go look up that. I guess I should have asked if it's been put up yet, or if you're still in the process of exporting. Okay, still in the process of exporting. Okay. It's expiring. No, it's exporting. Gotcha. Okay, just even says minimizing the chaos is good. Yay, I'm glad. We're trying. We are trying. In fact, I put one on my swatch page, and then I looked at it and I was like, I'm not going to use that. Took it off. So that's what we're trying to do. Becca says, you're trying to keep your character count down. You just need enough to kill some off, but still need a handful to live. Writing thriller/horrors is definitely a balance. Yes. And you may want to think about particular thrillers or horrors that you enjoy, and sort of like the way that either novelist or director or screenwriter does it. So, yeah. Just Eva says, ooh, fun, Laura, for exporting the Valentine's timer. Yes, do let me know. Just Eva says, did you all see that Hallmark is taking open submissions? Ooh, no. Good to know. CB got 56 words. Excellent. Laura said that my washi tape is not as tacky as it should be, and me too. The glitter is fun. It is. It is. And most of the washi tape glitter I have is not real. It doesn't have a whole lot of fallout, but it does have some still. Just Eva says to Megan, maybe you'll catch a hiring manager feeling extra lovey today, and that would be great. It would. Morgan is here. Hello. Welcome. And Megan says, you just mean people aren't posting many jobs today. Oh, okay. So it's hard to find new ones to apply to. Gotcha. Just Eva says, hey, Morgan, you were lurking at the stream earlier. Saw it was late and wasn't able to stop and say hey. CB's chili is in the oven. Excellent. Morgan says, hey to Just Eva. You were thinking of writing something to submit to Hallmark just for funsies. You could. Just Eva says, definitely a good time for it. Opens the 1st of March. Nice. And incomplete works are potentially considered. Ooh. Okay, it's still exporting. Then we need to upload. Okay, so maybe later. Morgan says, I have a contemporary romance half done, so you might pull it out again. There you go. CB is listening to opera. Might help for deciding which characters should live or not. Yeah, that's an option. And Devin, that guy with all the links, our Tugwaddle. Here's the link for the Hallmark Publishing taking submissions. Stacy says, "Oh, see, I cannot cut out characters. They are real people, and even you get confused sometimes as to who is to who." Yes. And Justiva says, "Thank you to Devin." Excellent. All right. Okay. I think we are ready for sprint number 2, which is our self promo. So let me real quick, as I'm telling you our self promo things, choose a timer. Gnomes, puppy love, more llamas. You know what? Let's go with this one. Well, it's a 20-minute. We want a 25. We'll go with puppy love. Okay. All right. Who's this by? School tools and timer. All right. So self promo. I was not able to multitask that time. Sorry, y'all. So the self promo is your YouTube channel, your Twitch channel, your Amazon author page, your website, your blog, your any of that kind of stuff, your social medias. If you are looking for beta readers or critique partners, etc., do let us know in the chat. And making sure that if you don't have a Blue Wrench of Power, you will have to spell out .and .com. But don't forget to self-promote. Also, don't forget to save. Don't forget to take a sip of whatever you're supposed to be hydrating with. Straighten your spine and roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break or get a snack, whatever you need. And here we go. 25-minute Pomodoro puppy timer. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Sorry to those of you who have dogs. I did not realize it barked. Hopefully your dogs did not respond to that, but did not know. So it was cute. It was good. Okay, so Laura says the 25-minute timer is uploaded, but still processing. So hopefully, it will be ready when we are ready for our next spread. Okay, so I have made some more progress. I'm getting some. I'm running out of room on this double page spread, and I still have some tapes left. So I'm gonna have to use the third page, which I had kind of planned for. So I did leave an empty page on the backside. So I had kind of figured it would take this much space, which is sad. But yeah, so I have, the other thing is that I have a couple of these swatches that I've done that I have just a tiny bit of, I have a little bit of the tape left. So I have like enough to do like an accent on a single page or something, but I don't have a great deal of it left. And I'm wondering if I should just like toss those so I don't have to worry about keeping them in the space that they're taking up. I don't know. So I'm also sort of like debating that. I do like, I've got these two. I've got an elephant. He's got lots of little details and sort of like paisleys, kind of mandala style stuff in there. And then I've got this one. It's kind of translucent, but it's like an orange and yellow themed flowery-esque thing. And I've used this like maybe twice in all of the time that I've had it. Whatever. It's leaving. The elephants, I don't know if I should keep them because I don't foresee myself doing an elephant themed spread. What do y'all think? I don't know. Stacy says, I love elephants. So Stacy's vote is to keep it. So yes. I also did not realize like just how much pink I have in my collection. Like I'm kind of surprised I have this much pink, to be honest. It's not like I have pink as sort of like an accent every now and then, but I don't know that I need this much pink. Whatever. We're going for it. Let's see. Okay, Stacy says, I love elephants. Megan says it's popular sort of trope or theme, but I think you could do it in a new, interesting way, so it's up to you. Oh, or is that CB's answer? Okay. Laura says, I have a soft spot for washi. Me too, which is kind of the problem. So, but I went to Michael's the other day and they didn't have any. They had like a couple in the clearance aisle and then they had none in the whole store. And I was like, what's going on? Because they normally have like a whole end cap for displays, and they have like their own like house brand collections of them, and they didn't have any. So I don't know if like the supply chain issues have gotten a hold of them, or if they're just not going to carry washi tape anymore, which means that my only local source of washi tape is not going to carry them. So I'm hoping that it's just like a temporary supply chain thing. Otherwise I will have to be ordering from online, and they're slightly more expensive online. So I don't know. Either way. All right, let me go see what the what our self promos are. So if you forgot to do your self promo, now's a good time to pop it in the chat. Let me scroll. Maggie says, turning Pagosa Cliffs into a Hallmark series is a dream, but it takes a long time to get your broken people to their happy endings, to their happily ever afters. Maggie has to go. The kids just discovered part of the fence was taken down by the cows that showed up at our house last night. Oh my. Well, have fun. Stay safe with fixing the fences and wrangling the cows. Maggie says, be blessed and have a lovely day. Kai said, you too. CB's self-promo. You have 34 stories on Archive of Our Own under the username PepperoniFan1982. These are short stories, and you will repost the novel at some point, and you have a new video on your YouTube page, which is under the handle CB394. Megan says, tomorrow is National Hippo Day, and you are celebrating with a live stream at 5 p.m. Eastern. Come join me for Hippo Facts, themed writing sprints, and more, and there is the link to the Hippo stream. Maggie says, your new release, Blue Water, and there's the Amazon link for it. You're welcome and have fun. Devin says, here's CB's channel. Megan says, Cyrano, the movie comes out on the 25th. If you want a review of the film before seeing it, you have your Cyrano review for you, and there it is. And Devin says, my stuff. Here is Dev75 Linktree, and we always grateful for the playlist that Devin puts together, and here's the link for that. Megan says, I also have a 10-minute hippo timer with no sound for your writing sprint needs, and there's the hippo timer. That dog was the puppy was very cute. Laura's new timer has a link already. Excellent. So I will hopefully be able to get that in just a minute. And Laura says the 25-minute timer is now exporting. The 20-minute one is already up. Gotcha. Laura says, thanks, Devin. Okay, so that's the 20-minute one. And Nikki is here. Hello, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Tanya is here as well. Hello. And CB says tomorrow is also International Fan Works Day. And Charlie and Sage are going to be doing a streaming celebration tomorrow. And hopefully we can find the link to that at some point. We think Charlie says it's at 2 p.m. Eastern. Okay. On Sage's Twitch. Gotcha. And that would explain why we can't find a link. Yes. Laura was giving us an update. The 25-minute timer was uploaded but processing. Devin was howling along with the dog. Becca says it was adorable, the bark. And Megan says, oh no, the dog bark at the end scared you. Your dogs did not react though, which was good. Excellent. Stacy says, I found out that I'm missing a page when you printed out your draft to read and edit. That you, it just didn't print or you missed writing it. Becca says, your groceries were delivered by Instacart, so you only worked for half the sprint, but you managed to get through a few pages. Excellent. You are smooshing 2 scripts together, so it's not at all drafting. Gotcha. CB says, has a question. Should you have Peggy think that Howard forgot her birthday, or is it too cliche? And this is what Megan was answering about. This is a popular trope, but you could do it a new way. Peggy needs to be mad at Howard for something. Since I made him allergic to alcohol, you can't have him get drunk and embarrass her. Gotcha. And here we have the 25-minute timer. Excellent, which is what we're going to use next. Let me scroll it back to the front. And share. All right, so I'm going to change this to third sprint. All right, so here we go again. 25 minutes, another Pomodoro sprint. And we're making progress. We're making good progress, y'all. All right, so don't forget to save your document. Don't forget to take a sip of whatever you're supposed to be hydrating with. Make sure that you straighten your spine and roll your shoulders back for a posture check. And make sure that if you need a break, take a break, or a snack, get one. And those are your options and reminders. Options? I don't know. Words. And here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, how we doing? So I think I'm about ready to have my like HALF half my washi collection. So I've got the majority of half of them ready to go, and then I'm debating on a couple of these others. That one can go. Honestly, like of the ones I'm debating, there's really only 4 that are like, yeah, okay. So there's only 4 that I'm like contemplating keeping. These 2 are sort of like water marble color, and they've got a little bit of gold fleck in them, which is kind of fun. However, they're like wide for the type of washi tape that I normally use, so I don't use them that often. And these 2 were in my like 2021, like if I don't use these, I should get rid of them, and I haven't used them, so I should get rid of them. Which means I'm left with 2, and they don't like I've pretty much tried to assemble the remaining washi into 2 of my little, they're silverware holders, but they are good for keeping washi tape. So I have essentially fit them into 2, and I had 4, but these 2 don't particularly fit very well. Or like I can't comfortably fit them and then shove these 2 things in the drawer. And I hate to sort of like keep just 2 in a separate bin. But maybe that's what I need to do if I want to keep these. I don't know. I could just get rid of them and keep the 2 halves and be happy with that. I don't know. Of those 2, I'm more likely to use 1. So if I'm stuck with just the 1, like maybe I can manage. Maybe I can find room, sort of. Not that spot. How'd you guys do? I like, it seems kind of silly. Yes, I can fit you there. Okay. There we go. That's the one I'm keeping. And that's how it's going to go. So I'm going to stick these in the drawer, and that task will be done, and I will have successfully halved the amount of washi tape that I own. So that is done. They are now in a drawer, and that is, so I've done my washi tape swatches. So I've got my 2 double page spread, and then my, if I can switch it, my rainbow matte ones that came in a set. So I've got my double page and that one. And of these, I've actually like decided after a second go through that some of these are going to disappear. So I could peel those off, but whatever. I could just also leave them pretty. So that task is done, and I have now halved the amount of washi tape that I own. So that's more space that I can have and not have to be so cluttered. So yeah, so I might eventually sort of like spread those out into a third. That way they're not like as tight jammed in, but we shall see, because I could use those 2 little organizers for something else, which is what I might do. Which is fantastic though. But I feel good that I'm getting rid of that amount. Again, donating so someone else can love them more than I do. So yay. How we doing though? How are we? We enjoyed Laura's timer. Yes. Did I hit the like button? I did. Did I comment on it? I did not. So let me comment on it. Thank you for the timer. Yes, Becca, I'm trying real hard to like do that stay in that purge mode, like not let the stuff overwhelm me, channel those 3 tarot cards that I pulled this morning, and like just clear some space for myself and my brain. That's what I'm attempting to do. It's a process, y'all. And I wish, in some ways, I wish that I could like just get rid of a little bit more, but I can see myself actually using the ones that I'm keeping. And again, if I don't, and maybe like the next 3 to 6 months, I might do another, just like get rid of the ones that I was kind of on the fence about. But yeah, so I have some decorating to do if I want to actually like, keep things. If not, then I can get rid of them. So yeah, but I'm very happy to have gotten rid of that mount. Feels good. So CB got 359 words. Excellent. Kai says, finding it hard to concentrate on your own story, so did some beta reading for someone. Yes. I'm still, like I'm concentrating, like as I'm doing this, I'm multitasking in my brain. And thinking about those twisties, and I've come to some conclusions. So every now and then I'll stop and kind of like write something down. And on my copious Post-it notes that I have, because Post-it notes are my friends. Does anybody else have like just a ginormous stack of Post-it notes next to your desk or on your desk? Because I do. And since I use them all the time, like I have an obscene amount. But because I use them all the time, and I use them and then I throw them away, or I use them and I stick them in the notebook to transcribe later. Like I feel like they're useful, so I shouldn't get rid of them because I'm constantly using them. But here's the thing. Like I have, at the moment, I have 2 rather thick pads. Then I have like a 3-tone. I have still in the wrap 2 blocks that are this size. Like I have an obscene amount of Post-it notes, but I do use them. And I hate to get rid of them because then I run out, or I lose a pad, or I scarcity mentality again. And like I should probably get rid of at least half of that stack, or at least. And I can't like go to my mom and be like, hey, do you want these? Because she also has the same problem, and that we keep things because we might use them one day. So she has a stack just as big, which is stupid. 141 words. Nice. 150-ish more to go for your minimum word count for today. Excellent. That is amazing. Megan says, I looked for more jobs. You finished searching on Indeed, and now you're browsing on LinkedIn. Excellent. Yay. And Kai is excited that Rider on Wheels is so close to your daily word count. CB has an excerpt. Why should I? You're nothing more than a spoiled, rotten, selfish man-child. Howard Anthony Walter Stark. I never should have trusted you. Pulling out the whole name. Yes, purge. So like I keep trying to like get into that mode, and then like I see something like the Post-it notes, and I'm like, but I might use them. So yeah. Becca says, adding some scenes into the script and you're not sure if you like them. Uh-oh. Megan says, I used to do that, especially when you worked. You have now limited your Post-it notes to messages like continuous improvement is better than delayed perfection, and your brand colors hex code. Ah, okay. That's useful. So I did go from using like full on sizes for the Kanban board to like the little page flags. So I've got these hanging around as well, which those need to be organized. Maybe that's what I'll do with the little space that I freed up. My page flags can go in there instead of on my desk. Peggy thinks Howard forgot her birthday, but he hasn't. Megan says, for some reason, CB's messages aren't showing up in top chat. You had to switch to live. Oh. I wonder if it's because of the insults, but there aren't things in there that are too crazy. So I don't know. Who knows? Questions. All right, y'all. It is 3 o'clock somehow already. I thought maybe we could squeeze another in there, but we managed to do. We managed to get through that. So I'm gonna go and make a trip to the thrift store to donate these, along with movies. That way, I don't talk myself into keeping more. That's what I'm going to be doing. So don't forget to check out Devin's playlist. How is it already 3 o'clock? That seems weird to me. All right, time flies. So I feel good because I've gotten rid of a whole bunch of movies, and I'm getting rid of a whole bunch of washi tape, and maybe I can talk myself into getting rid of some of those Post-it notes too. So I'm getting rid of stuff, which is good, freeing up the space and brain power. So don't forget to check out Devin's playlist for more streams. And since it's Monday, so I believe that Glory should be having a wonderful podcast style live stream, which is fantastic. I think it's fair to call it podcast style, right? It's fair. All right. So thanks for joining me as I attempted to clear out my brain and my stuff. And today was definitely productivity in the mode in terms of like getting stuff organized and reduced. So thanks for going along with me in those sprints, and I will see y'all on Wednesday if I don't see you in the chats. All right, bye y'all. Don't forget to save.